I'm Tanya Hill, current president of Ontario Professional Hairstylists Association. Thank you for everybody for joining us today. We're really excited to be here to briefly talk about who OPHA is and, of course, our online platform. I'm sure many of you have been seeing online OPHA Connect. We're also really excited today to have a special guest joining us, Peter Ciardulli, the owner of the 2023 Top Choice Award-winning salon Calia Hair in Toronto. He's also founder of Salon Smartz, and he's also a part-time coach for an American coaching company for hairstylists. So we're really excited to have Peter with us. He's been helping us a lot behind the scenes with the program. So welcome, Peter. So I'm going to turn over to Peter, and he can tell us a little bit about himself.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you for having me today. I am Peter Ciardulli. I run a salon in Toronto right now, Calia Hair. I have been since 2000, and our company has grown from myself to 16 individuals being behind the chair, and some of which have come through apprenticeship programs. So I am excited to be here today to give an overview on the program itself. And I also am a salon coach here in Toronto, and I just joined a US company recently in the last few months. So thank you for having me.
That's amazing. Peter, 20 years at the salon and 16 team members. That's a huge accomplishment. So we're really happy to have you. And it just also, anybody else who is listening or watching, OPHA is a non-for-profit association that has a vision to promote, protect, and progress the trade of hairstyling in Ontario. And we work behind the scenes to try to advocate for the hairstylists in Ontario to ensure that our trade is always protected, professional, and moving forward. So it's so nice when we have other like-minded stakeholders who see the benefit of that. And Peter's been a huge supporter of everything we've been doing, and including this most recent project, OPHA Connect. So basically what we've done is we've created an online platform that supports both the apprentice and the mentor. So it was really interesting when Peter said, you know, he has 16 staff and a lot of them have started as apprentices. So if you have or work through that, you know the system can be very complicated to navigate, where to find all the information, how to digest it all, how to navigate it all. So we're really excited that we were able to create this platform where it's like one-stop shopping. So everything for the apprentice, so all the pathways in, how to register, we've put soft skills in there, all of the information about subsidies and grants, and then of course, exam preparation. And then we go over to the mentor side of it. Again, we've included information like registration, grants and subsidies, because that can be confusing. And if you don't apply at the right time, sometimes you're not eligible. So we want to make sure you get those, how to work through the logbook. And then of course, just because we're a hairstylist doesn't mean we're a great teacher. So we also wanted to provide some information on how to be a more effective mentor. So what type of learner have you got as an apprentice? So we're really excited that Peter helped to work through the modules. He was the beginning of the pilot when we were piloting these online modules, and provided us some really good feedback. I do want to say that obviously this is just the beginning. So we are hoping to improve these, and we know we can do that. And we've also received a lot of feedback on what should be in the next version of 2.0 when we continue to update this. So Peter, what has been your experience so far with OPHA? And as you work through the modules, how do you see it being a benefit? And yeah, I guess if you could just share what your experience has been.
So my experience so far, Tanya, has been great with OPHA. I feel that our industry lacks a little bit of framework and structure, especially here in Ontario, and especially after what we've been through with, you know, COVID and the closures and so forth. A lot of us were sort of left kind of to figure out ourselves how to navigate through and how to register apprentices and so forth. So for myself, I find that it is a great user-friendly platform for both the mentors, which is a salon owner or whoever is registering the apprentice, and along with the apprentice themselves. What I love about it is that the mentor is also held accountable to sort of go through each of the modules as well, to make sure that they have the proper registration, to know the number of hours, and it builds the framework around what an apprentice needs in order to get certified or licensed. And along the way, to make sure that we as salon owners keep our apprentices accountable for each and every step that they go through. And as well as the apprentices themselves, they also have to complete each of the modules. So I find that to be very favorable for us. And, you know, it just sort of scales us up as a professional and our industry itself. So I think it's great.
You know what? I love when you say it holds us accountable, because I think something that, so like yourself, Peter, I've been doing this for 30 years, so a long time, but things change. And how do we find all that current information? So one thing we do know is everything is exactly up to date on the platform. It's current. All the information is accurate. So as that changes, we have something to refer to. So it is available 24/7. It is a free platform and it's super easy to sign up. So I think that that's also really important, because I'm sure you found that, Peter, like you'll look at something, you'll go, that's good information. And then in a week from now, you might need, oh, how did I register? Or where was that logbook? Or where was that grant? You can go back to the module and download what you need at that point. So I don't know if you found that also helpful.
Yes, I found it very helpful, because it is almost like a library for what we need and a reference for what we need as well. So we can definitely refer back to it. What I liked about the mentor folder is that we also had a little quiz at the end that we had to pass in order to move or just, you know, complete the module factor as the mentors themselves. Because often as salon owners, we don't want to just hire somebody to keep them as assistants for 3 to 5 years. We want to sort of build these professionals up so they can start bringing in some revenue for themselves and for the salon themselves as well, and making them feel that they have a purpose for our industry.
I love that. I love when you say that, you know, it gives us something to refer to and to look at. As we work through these modules, when you said the quiz, it's also important to say you can take that quiz 1,500 times. It doesn't stop you. So you can go back, because even myself, I hate to say it, but I had to do a couple of those quizzes a few times over, but I did get them eventually. When it is completed, the system does track your progress. So it's really important that we just click that little mark complete button on there, because then the system will generate a certificate when we're done. So that's also really important to say. Once you're signed up, you just go in, you go under the OPHA website, click join now, register. Once you're in, you can decide if you're an apprentice, a mentor, student, and then you're in and you can work through those modules. And upon completion, you do get a little certificate issued. So I also want to say that one thing that we did do in this first round that, you know, again, we can grow upon, is that we've actually included some additional resources like soft skills and that for both the apprentice and the mentor. So I just quickly like to touch on for like Peter, who's joined us, under the apprentice available resources, you can click on the appendix links to resources and you'll see additional resources, because we wanted people to know there's more than just what's behind your chair in your salon. So we have things like the Red Seal Occupational Standard, we have Salon Magazine, Modern Salon, Stylize, and you can even see 5-star program, and that's actually Peter's program, a consulting one, and it's also under our mentors. When you go to M21, Mentoring Technical Skills Training, there's something called links to additional practical training courses, and you'll find that link. So we're really happy to be able to also provide, just to let people know there's more things out there. So Peter, we really appreciate that you let us share your project with other people and your information. And how have you found that, like the sharing of that with other people and using the platform for that?
I found it very user-friendly, as I mentioned before, and I have 2 within my salon that is joining up for OPHA as well. So I also gave them the link for them to navigate it themselves, and they found it to be very useful and user-friendly as well. What I will say is that there are a lot of great links for the mentor if you have any questions as far as, government assistance, grants, or whatever the case may be. I love the fact that everything is there for you. And it's there just to sort of help you and give you the guidance that you need along the way.
That's amazing. We have so much more work to do. We hope that the industry like Peter will see the importance, and they'll reach out and they'll look to help us as well by registering, by providing us feedback, so the ministry knows that this is of value to people. I also want to just stress that somebody who's looking to get into the industry, how to be a hairstylist is a great resource too, to know how that even looks, about going through and how to navigate it. And really important, I don't want to forget our friends at WELA. Anybody who registers, completes our little ministry form, and goes through those modules are eligible for that great grand prize of over $500 of WELA products and the wonderful GHD styling tool. So super easy. And what we ask of you is, if you haven't registered already, to please do. Please provide any questions. The platform for OPHA Connect is like a social media platform. So if you have questions, please put them out there, because there are community managers and ambassadors who watch those questions and will help to answer. If we don't know the answer, we'll try to find it for you as soon as possible. So we're really excited. And Peter, we hope that you continue to work with us and be a part of the next generation of our platform.
I absolutely will. Thank you very much. But I also just want to include that it is time for us as hair professionals to make a stand to the government, to show them that we are professional and we make a difference in everybody's lives, whether it be people that we employ to people that visit us each and every day at our workplace. It's just an all-around benefit to all of us. So I think it's great.
I'm so glad you said that. And I personally want to send that clip to Minister McNaughton and remind him how important we are, and the mental health and well-being. And I love that. And the first thing is us hairstylists becoming united and professional and coming together, because we're such a huge trade, but we do get overlooked and sometimes forgot about, just because we're somewhat disorganized. This is a great opportunity in history for us hairstylists to show the government we are organized and we can get things done.
Absolutely. We're taking the first steps, Tanya. So that's great.
Amazing.
On that.
Thank you so much, Peter. It's been you've been so helpful, and we look forward to doing more of this. So again, everybody, we'll be back next week. We'll have another special guest next week with us at IG Live, and please share your questions. And if you haven't already, please sign up, and don't forget about that amazing giveaway from WELA. It's not too late to enter. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.